People across America talk about the same thing, even though they've never met. A tall shadow, no face, standing just beyond the edge of the light. They call it the Shadow Man. Most say they see it during sleep paralysis. Others claim it appears in hallways, doorways, or at the foot of the bed, always watching. Most stories end the same way. It vanished, but this one didn't. This is the story of Daniel Mercer, a 34-year-old night security supervisor from Redding, California, and the one night the Shadow Man didn't disappear. Daniel lived alone in a rented duplex on the edge of town. Quiet neighborhood. No crime, no history. The kind of place people move to when they're tired of noise. For months, Daniel worked night shifts. His sleep schedule was broken, his body exhausted, his mind constantly foggy. Like many night workers, he struggled with insomnia, anxiety, and the feeling of never fully waking or sleeping. That's when the dreams started. At first, Daniel would wake around 3 a.m., heart racing, convinced someone was standing in his hallway. He'd sit up, scan the darkness, and see nothing. No movement, no sound. Then one night, he saw it. A tall shape at the far end of the hallway, blacker than the darkness around it. No eyes, no features, just a human outline, unnaturally still. Daniel blinked. The figure remained. He turned on the lamp. The hallway was empty. He told himself it was stress, sleep deprivation, the brain misfiring in darkness. That explanation worked, until the Shadow Man began appearing while Daniel was fully awake. The sightings grew more frequent. Sometimes the Shadow Man stood outside the bathroom door, sometimes near the kitchen, always just far enough away to stay in shadow, never crossing into the light. Daniel stopped inviting people over. He slept with lights on. He kept his phone recording at night, hoping to prove it wasn't real or prove that it was. His deepest desire became simple: to feel safe in his own home again. One night, after a brutal double shift, Daniel decided he'd had enough. If the Shadow Man was a hallucination, he'd expose it. If it was something else, he needed to know. He placed his phone on the kitchen counter, camera facing the hallway. All lights off except a single lamp behind him. 3:12 a.m. The air grew heavy. The room felt smaller, tighter, as if pressure built against the walls. Then the temperature dropped. The Shadow Man appeared at the end of the hallway. This time, it was closer. Its head nearly touched the ceiling. Its arms hung too long at its sides. The darkness around it seemed to swallow light rather than reflect it. Daniel whispered, barely audible, "What do you want?" The Shadow Man took one step forward. The lamp flickered. Daniel's phone vibrated on the counter, not with a call, but with the recording app glitching, screen warping as if reacting to something unseen. The Shadow Man stepped again. Now it was just outside the edge of the light. And then it spoke, not out loud, inside Daniel's head. "You noticed me." Daniel froze. Every instinct screamed to run, but his body refused. The Shadow Man leaned forward slightly, its shape distorting, stretching. "Most people close their eyes," it whispered. "You didn't." The light went out. The neighbors heard the crash. Police arrived to find Daniel's front door wide open. Lights shattered, furniture overturned. The phone lay on the kitchen floor, still recording. Daniel Mercer was found standing in the hallway, alive but unresponsive. His eyes were open, wide, fixed on the wall at the end of the hall. No injuries, no signs of struggle, just terror frozen into his face. The footage from the phone lasted 6 minutes. For the first 4, it showed the Shadow Man advancing, frame by frame, closer than it should have been possible. Then, in the final moments, the camera caught something horrifying. A Shadow Man stopped, and Daniel's shadow cast on the wall behind him moved on its own. It stepped away from Daniel. It stood upright, and it turned to face him. The audio captured one final whisper, now I don't have to stand in the dark anymore. Daniel never recovered. Doctors called it catatonia. Psychologists blamed stress-induced psychosis. The case was quietly closed. But months later, new reports surfaced. Different houses, different states, same shadow. And this time, people say it's standing closer to the light. If you want to listen more real horror stories like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support inspires us to collect more real stories and bring them to you.